Hello and welcome back. Welcome to a new class. Class number 169. We have exactly 27 classes left. Yes, 27 classes left, which means it's not too far away. 26 classes. No, 27. No, 26. This is class number 169. We need to go to class 195. We're starting the class now, so we need to include this class today. You make the mathematical calculation. Do we have 26 classes left, or do we have 27 classes left? It's your verdict. Okay. I think we have 27. Yeah. No, we have 26. I don't know. I think we have 27 classes left. You make the decision, and Maria's doing her numbers now. She's taken out her calculator. All right. 195 minus 169 equals, and that gives you the correct answer. I think we have 27 classes left. But in any case, we're starting class 169. We haven't finished it. So you have to include class 169 in your calculation. So really, we have just finished class 168. So how many classes do we have left? 27, which is not too many. It's not too many. 27 divided by 5 is what? Well, 5 weeks plus 2 days. All right. So we're almost finished. We're getting closer and closer to the end. Camera number 1, please. Okay, let's begin with a brief review. Let's begin with a short review. Let's begin by going over. Let's begin by reviewing. By más el gerundio. Empecemos repasando. Let's begin by reviewing. Podemos quitar el by. Let's begin reviewing. Prefiero el by. Let's begin by going over our 2 segments from yesterday. Very easy for you, but very important. Remember, when operations, manufacturing operations, chemical operations, any type of corporate company operations close definitively, close for good, they shut down. All right? To close a factory doesn't sound bad, but to shut down a factory means forever. For good, maybe. To shut down operations, well, maybe not for good. For good significa definitivamente en inglés. For good. No significa para bueno. For good. All right? Remember, when you meet a person and you fall in love, you say, darling, I will love you forever. And then, when you break up, you say, I am leaving you for good, not forever. So forever is until eternity, until the end of time. And for good means para siempre en el sentido de forma definitiva, corto. For good. Te dejo, para siempre. But para siempre no es hasta la eternidad, es definitivamente. For good. Okay, so when they close manufacturing operations for good, we say to shut down. To shut down operations, to shut down the business. Yes. Many businesses are shutting down now. Many factories are shutting down. Many chemical plants are shutting down. Yeah. They're not viable. If a business isn't viable, it has to shut down. The owner or the owners or shareholders simply can't continue putting money into the business because either they don't have any money or the money is always lost. And so it's a losing operation. And in those cases, they have to shut down. Yeah. A lot of small businesses are shutting down now. A lot of professional activities, self-employed activities are shutting down now. A lot of people are unemployed now because many companies and factories have shut down. To shut down. And then yesterday we also saw short answers. Yes. Does Mexico export oil? Yes, it does. Does Australia export beef? Yes, it does. Does Argentina export beef? Yes, it does. Does Spain import beef? Yes, it does. And Spain exports beef too. Does Spain import oil? Yes, it does. Does Spain export olive oil? Yes, it does. Does Spain represent an important part of the European Union in population? Yes, it does. Is Spain having economic problems? Yes, it is. Is Spain a member of the European Union? Yes, it is. Is Spain's economy bigger than Italy's? No, it's not. Is Spain's economy bigger than California's? No, it's not. Is Spain's economy important for the European Union? Yes, it is. Are the Spanish people dynamic? Yes, they are, when they want to be. Is the Spanish educational system improvable? Yes, it is. Can the president of the Spanish government speak English? No, he can't. Can he speak French? No, he can't. Can he speak any other languages besides Spanish? No, he can't. Can he understand Catalan? Probably he can. All right. Does he travel a lot in his job? Yes, he does. Does he live in the Zarzuela Palace? No, he doesn't. Does he live in the Moncloa Palace? Yes, he does. Was he born in Valladolid? Yes, he was. Did he live in León? Yes, he did. Is he a member of the Socialist Party? Yes, he is. Does he have any children? Yes, he does. Does he have 2 children? Yes, he does. Did he grow up in Madrid? I don't know. Maybe in León or Madrid, I don't know. Did he become a member of the Socialist Party when he was young? Yes, he did. Would he like to speak English? I imagine he would. Would he like to speak good French? I imagine he would. Is he the most important leader in Europe? No, he's not. Is he an important leader in Europe? Yes, he is. Is he a professional politician? Yes, he is. Is he an expert in politics? Yes, he is. All right. Does he have a deep voice? Yes, he does. Will he be the president of Spain forever? No, he won't. Okay. With that, I'll take a break, but I'll be back in about 8 minutes.
Hello everyone, my name is Layla. Today we're going to do a review class. And to help me with this review class, Anna is going to do it with me. Anna, how are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. How has your week been?
My week's been great. A lot of work. Great.
A lot of work?
Yes.
That's good, right? We want to hear that there's a lot of work, right?
Yes.
Now we can't complain about having a lot of work. Okay, so let's go with the review class. The first part is going to be to close or to shut, which mean exactly the same thing. Go ahead and tell us. Close and shut. Shut the. I'm closing the door. Exactly.
Cerrar, sí.
Cerrar, right? Okay. And if we add down, if I say, for example, close down. Close something down means to close forever. Okay? Cerrar de forma definitiva. Okay? So, how many companies have to close down due to the recession?
I don't know. A lot of companies had to close down due to recession.
Due to the recession.
A lot of companies had to close down due to the...
Just 1 second. So I'm asking her in the present, okay? So...
Oh, a lot of companies have to close down due to the recession.
Exactly. Okay, so close down means de forma definitiva. Okay, so a lot of them, unfortunately. Okay, what type of businesses have you noticed have shut down? What type of businesses have you noticed?
I've noticed that a lot of bars have shut down.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I guess it depends on the area that you live in. Okay, do you think more restaurants or more clothes stores have shut down?
I think maybe more closed stores have shut down.
Okay, so we can say closed stores or closed shops. It means exactly the same thing. Okay, so you think more
Maybe, yeah.
more clothes stores have?
Have shut down, sorry.
It's okay. No, don't worry. I was just asking you again. Okay. Do you think a McDonald's would ever close down? Okay, so here I'm just using close down. Remember, it means the same exact thing. Do you think a McDonald's would ever close down in the center of a city?
No, I don't think a McDonald's would ever close down in the center of a city.
Okay, exactly. So what doesn't she think? She doesn't think a McDonald's would ever close down or shut down in the center of a city. Have you ever seen a McDonald's close down?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen a McDonald's close down.
Have you ever seen any fast food store or any fast food place close down?
Yes, I have.
Really? Okay,
yes.
give me the complete sentence.
Yes, I've seen a fast food place close down.
Okay, what fast food place have you seen close down?
Subway. I've seen Subway close down.
Subway,
Yeah.
really? Okay, there was Blockbuster. Do you remember
Oh, yeah,
Blockbuster? It's
sure.
very common in the States. And what happened to Blockbuster here?
It was shut down.
Exactly, okay, or it shut down. Exactly, they
Okay.
closed it forever. Okay, good. So shut down and close down. Now we're going to go on to the second part of the show. Okay, so here we're just going to practice short answers. Okay, does he, can he, were they, with a lot of different beginnings. Okay, and I just want you to give me the short answer. Okay, and then I will ask you what I wanted to know. Okay, depending on the question. Let's do an example. Or, will you go?
Yes, I will.
Okay, exactly. What will you do?
I'll go.
There you go. Okay, that's what I want her to do. Okay, and that's what I want you to do. So remember, always practicing out loud. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Will he come?
Yes, he will.
What will he do?
He'll come.
Good. Okay, have they finished?
No, they haven't.
What haven't they done?
They haven't finished.
Okay, good. Did you hear the T at the end of the verb?
Finished.
Exactly. Okay, so remember, finished. It has a hard T sound. Does he play football?
Yes, he does.
What does he do?
He plays football.
Okay, good. All right. Can they travel?
Yes, they can.
What can they do?
They can travel.
At home. What can they do?
They can travel.
That's right. Okay. Were we late?
No, we weren't.
What weren't we?
We weren't late.
Fantastic. I love it. Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did.
What did you do?
I watched the game.
You?
Watched the game.
Okay, good. All right, I want to hear that T at the end. What did she do? She watched the game. Should I speak slower?
Yes, you should.
Yes or no?
Yes, you should.
Okay, what should I do? I should speak slower, okay? Does he know English?
No, he doesn't.
What doesn't he know?
He doesn't know English. He doesn't know English. Doesn't know English.
There you go. Can they reach the top?
Yes, they can.
What can they do?
They can reach the top.
Fantastic. Is she angry at me?
No, she isn't.
What isn't she?
She's not angry at you.
Good. Were we supposed to go?
Yes, we were.
What were we supposed to do?
We were supposed to go.
Great. Okay, so at home you're practicing with us, right? Okay. Did you do your laundry?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what is do the laundry, just in case someone doesn't know what it means?
Lavar la ropa, ¿no?
Exactly. Okay, hacer la colada is do the laundry, right? So did you do the laundry?
Yes, I did.
Okay, at home. What did she do? She did the laundry. Okay, well done. Wow, I just bombarded her with questions. Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
You did an excellent job.
Thank you.
I will see you next time at home. Keep practicing, okay? Goodbye.
Okay. Mastering the interrogative again, okay? But with the question word when. Example. I have to switch to camera 1 in the first minute. When do you have to switch to camera 1? Okay. When do you have to switch? I have to switch during the first minute, so I'll switch now. Let's switch. Okay. Genghis Khan was important in the 13th century. When was Genghis Khan important? John Kennedy was assassinated in 1963. When was John Kennedy assassinated? I'm planning to visit the States next August. When are you planning to visit the States? I go to Andalusia about once every 2 years. When do you go to Andalusia? I visited Portugal 3 years ago. When did you visit Portugal? I saw my sister last year. When did you see your sister? I'm going to Barcelona next week. When are you going to Barcelona? Okay, this course will be repeated next year. When will this course be repeated? Fijaos como will y be están separados. When will this course be repeated? All right. The world will end in 2012. When will the world end? Life will disappear in 3 years. When will life disappear? Oh, in 2 years maybe. And when will life disappear? The world will stop turning in 2 years. When will the world stop turning? I'm going to call my sister after this class. When are you going to call your sister? I lost my glasses 3 weeks ago. When did you lose your glasses? I lost many opportunities. Well, I lost that opportunity last year. When did you lose that opportunity? I lost my voice last week. When did you lose your voice? All right. I came here 2 hours ago. When did you come here? I came to this studio this morning. When did you come to this studio? I came to Spain in 1972. When did you come to Spain? I went to Turkey in 1988. When did you go to Turkey? I flew to Paris 2 weeks ago. When did you fly to Paris? I'm flying to Marrakesh next week. When are you flying to Marrakesh? Next week. I'm going to South Africa next year. When are you going to South Africa? I'm going to South Africa next year. I did that 2 weeks ago. When did you do that? I did it 2 weeks ago. I played football last week. When did you play football? I learned to speak French in the 1970s. When did you learn to speak French? Richard Nixon resigned as President of the United States in 1974. When did Richard Nixon resign as President of the United States? Barack Obama was elected president in 2008. When was Barack Obama elected? Barack Obama was inaugurated as president in 2009. When was Barack Obama inaugurated as president? Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in 1865. When was Abraham Lincoln assassinated? Napoleon invaded Spain in 1808. When did Napoleon invade Spain? The people in Zaragoza defended their city against the French in 1808. When did the people in Zaragoza defend their city against the French? Okay. Yes. Charles III died in about 1788, I think. When did Charles III die? All right. Isabella the Catholic died in 1504. When did Isabella the Catholic die? Christopher Columbus reached the New World in 1492. When did Christopher Columbus reach the New World? Okay. The English first settled the American colonies in 1607. Oh, successfully, not unsuccessfully. When did the English first settle in the English colonies? In 1607. Do you remember the story of Pocahontas? It was at that time. All right. Canada became a country in the early 19th century. When did Canada become a country? Mexico gained its independence from Spain in the second decade of the 19th century. When did Mexico gain its independence from Spain? It gained its independence from Spain in the second decade of the 19th century. Benito Pérez Galdós was a famous writer in the second half of the 19th century. When was Galdós a famous writer? He was a famous writer in the second half of the 19th century. Maria is going to leave in a few minutes. Well, when is Maria going to leave? She's going to leave in a few minutes. And me too. But I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. The interrogative with when. The finals of the American Football League are played in January. Question: when are the finals played? When are the finals of the American Football League played? The World Cup is usually played in June. When is the World Cup usually played? Aquí pregunto con voz pasiva. The World Chess Championship is played once a year. When is the World Chess Championship played? All right. The finals, the hockey finals, the National Hockey League finals are played in April. When are the National Hockey League finals played? The American baseball finals are played in October. When are the baseball finals played? I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. As I'm sure you know, my name is Kyle. I think it's right around there on the screen. And I'm here today with Juan. Juan, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Fantastic, Juan. I'm excited because we're going to try one of my favorite exercises.
Great. Let's do it then.
I have a lot of favorite exercises, but this is one of my favorites, which is, we call it the mastering the interrogative, right? So this is the one where I give you the answer to a question. I say, it's on the floor, and you say, where is it? Right?
Okay.
So I give you the answer, then you ask me the question that I've answered, right?
Right.
No problem?
No problem.
No problem? Ready? Ready? Okay. He's going to finish at 3 o'clock.
What time is it going to finish?
Okay, what time is he going to finish? Now we can also say, ¿cuándo? We can also say when, right? When is he going to finish? Ask me again.
When is it going to finish?
Sure. They got here at 7:30.
When did they get here?
When did they get here? Yeah, what do you want to know?
I want to know when they got here.
Right, I want to know when they got here. Good. They'll fix it tomorrow morning.
When will they fix it?
When will they fix it? Very good. Now at home, they can be in Chicago first thing tomorrow morning. And you can say, when can they be in Chicago? Right? Well, first thing tomorrow morning. Okay. Can you be here again to film tomorrow at the same time?
Yes, I can be here tomorrow at the same time.
Great, great, okay. Ask me if I can be here.
Can you be here at the same time tomorrow?
Yeah, I can be here. I can be here, sure. Okay, I'll do it on Wednesday if I have time.
When will you do it? If you have time.
Nice, nice. With the conditional. Kyle, when will you do it if you have time? Ask me again.
When will you do it if you have time?
Yeah, on Wednesday. I'll do it on Wednesday if I have time. Okay. We should have a meeting. We'll try this at home. We should have a meeting tomorrow. And you can say, Kyle, when should we have a meeting? Right? Does your boss say that? Does your boss often say, hey, we should have a meeting tomorrow?
Yes, he normally says we should have a meeting tomorrow.
Does your boss make you attend a lot of meetings?
Yes, he tends to make me attend a lot of meetings. Yes.
Are they good meetings or usually kind of?
Normally they're good meetings, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah. All right. Ask me if my boss makes me attend a lot of meetings.
Does your boss make you attend a lot of meetings?
Sorry, what do you want to know?
I want to know if your boss makes you attend a lot of meetings.
If your boss makes you attend a lot of meetings. One more time?
I want to know if your boss makes you attend a lot of meetings.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't make me attend a lot of meetings. Quite rarely, actually. Yeah. All right. I think we should call her now.
When should we call her?
Yeah. Well, or when do you? I mean, it's my opinion. I think we should call her now.
When do you think we should call her?
When do you think we should call her? Very good. This is a fact. Do you like facts, Juan? Do you like interesting facts?
Absolutely, yes. I like
Okay.
interesting facts.
So now the Beatles broke up in April of 1970.
When did the Beatles break up?
When did the Beatles break up? When did the Beatles break up? Try it again with the intonation, the question. When did the Beatles break up?
When did the Beatles break up?
Yeah. So you could say, when did the Beatles break up? Or you could say, when did the Beatles break up? I know when the Rolling Stones still haven't broken up, have they?
No, they haven't so far.
No. U2, they haven't broken up either.
No, they haven't broken up either.
But the Beatles, when did the Beatles break up? 1970. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know it. I'm learning so much with you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad, you know. And they do you know when they got together?
No, I don't know when they got together. When did they get together?
I believe, now I don't have all the answers here, Juan, but I have some of them. I think it was 1960. They got together, I believe, in 1959 under a different name, I think, and then they were officially the Beatles in 1960. So really, they were only together as the Beatles for 11 years. But a lot of people think that they went much later than that, but no. 1970, they broke up, right? So the report was requested last Friday.
When was the report requested?
Yeah. It would have been done yesterday if there had been time.
When would it have been done if there had been time?
Nice, with the conditional. Well done. Sorry, what do you want to know?
I want to know when it would have been done if there had been time.
Yeah, it would have been done yesterday if there had been time. Nice. Third conditional, right? It would have been done yesterday if there had been time. When would it have been done if there had been time? Okay. I would have gone to the stadium at 7 o'clock if I had had tickets.
When would you have been at the stadium if you would have tickets?
I would have gone to the stadium at 7 o'clock if I had had tickets.
When would you have gone to the stadium if you had had tickets?
Nice, yes. Again with the third conditional. Yeah, I would have gone to the stadium at 7 o'clock. Do you go to football games sometimes?
Yes, I sometimes go to football games, yes.
Do you get tickets often?
Yeah, sometimes in a while. Yeah, like
Every once in a while?
yeah, every once in a while. Yes.
Okay, all right, okay. She'll call you tomorrow. This is a very easy one. She'll call you tomorrow. When will she call me? When will she call me? Okay. The next Olympics will be in 2 years' time.
When will the next Olympics be?
When will they be? They'll be in 2 years' time, or we could say 2 years from now. But you know, that's an interesting structure. In 2 years' time, we say. The next Olympics will be in 2 years' time, right?
Yes.
Because we just had the Winter Olympics, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Did you watch any of them?
No, I didn't watch any of them.
Okay. Okay, we're going to order more as soon as the stock runs out.
When are we going to order more?
Very good. He broke the record in 1972. He broke the record. When did he break the record? No problem, right?
No.
Okay. They celebrated when they won the last game.
When did they celebrate it?
When did they, sorry?
Celebrate it.
Yeah, when did they celebrate?
Okay.
Right.
When did they celebrate?
By the way, have you ever broken a world record?
No, unfortunately, I never broken a world record.
Okay. Me neither, but I'd like to. I broke it last night. Not a world record, just a glass in my kitchen.
Okay.
I broke it last night.
When did you break it?
When did you break it? Very good. My mother broke hers last Thursday.
When did your mother break hers?
Nice. Well done, Juan. Thank you very much. We're out of time. Good job to you at home, too. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Ask me how many times I changed to camera 1 last week. Richard, how many times did you change? Excuse me, could you repeat, please? Yes, how many times did you change? Change. Que bien pronuncias, change, me gusta. Repeat, please, para que disfrute. How many times did you change to camera 1 last week? I changed to camera 1 15 times. 5 times for the beginners, 5 times for the intermediate, and 5 times for the advanced. And I'm going to change right now, please. Okay. Ask me how many apples I ate last week. Richard, how many apples did you eat last week? I didn't eat any. No, I didn't eat any. Ask me how many apples I've eaten so far this week. Richard, how many apples have you eaten so far this week? I haven't eaten any. Ask me how many bananas I ate last week. How many bananas did you eat last week? I ate 1. Ask me how many bananas I've eaten this week. How many bananas have you eaten this week? I've eaten 1 so far this week. Ask me how many bananas I'm going to eat before the week is up. How many bananas are you going to eat before the week is up? Before the week is up, antes que termine la semana. Before the week is up, the time is up. Before the week is up, probably only 1. I eat about 1 banana a week. Yeah. Ask me how many people I killed last year. Well, how many people did you kill last year? I didn't kill any last year. Ask me how many people I've killed so far this year. Well, how many people have you killed so far this year? I haven't killed any. I haven't killed any. Fijaos como killed, la D al final, se enlace con la A de any. I haven't killed any. Denny. All right? I haven't killed any people so far this year. Ask me how many crocodiles I'm going to fight next year. Richard, how many crocodiles are you going to fight next year? I don't think I'm going to fight any crocodiles next year. Ask me how many English classes I'm going to give tomorrow. How many English classes are you going to give tomorrow? 3. Well, excuse me, here? 3. In the radio? 3. I'm going to give 6 English classes tomorrow. Wow, 6 hours of English. A lot of time, man. Ask me how many pencils I'm going to use in my next class. Well, Richard, how many pencils are you going to use in your next class? I'm going to use 19, because I think there are 19 pencils here. Ask me how many paper clips I'm going to use in my next TV show. How many paper clips? Paper clips, paper clips, paper clips. How many paper clips are you going to use in your next show? Just one. He dicho paper clips 3 veces. Sin embargo, es la palabra menos importante de la frase. La parte de la frase esencial, crítica, es are you going to use? How many paper clips are you going to use in the next class? Are you going to use? Es crítico. La gramática pura, la parte más básica, más odiosa, fea, gramatical, es lo que más hay que dominar para dominar un idioma. All right, ask me how many times I'm going to invite Maria out to dinner next month. How many times are you going to invite Maria out next month to dinner? I'm going to try to invite her out at least 5 times, but probably she will say no. Ask me how many times I need to go to the dentist next semester. Well, how many times do you need to go to the dentist next semester? Just once. I go to the dentist twice a year. A regular checkup. I go to the dentist twice a year. When I finish, I make an appointment for 6 months later. Okay? So I go twice a year. Ask me how many cameras there are in this studio. Richard, how many cameras are there in this studio? There are 3. Ask me how many times Columbus crossed the Atlantic Ocean. How many times did Christopher Columbus cross? How many times did Columbus cross the Atlantic Ocean? He crossed the Atlantic Ocean 4 times. Ask me where he's buried. Where is Columbus buried? Most people think he's buried in Valladolid, but there is some controversy about that. Okay. Ask me how many Spanish people have been popes. How many Spanish people have been popes? 1 or 2? Yeah. Cesar Borgia, or wait, the Borgia family. Yeah, from Valencia. Yeah, they're from Valencia. They were Italian, but really they were originally from Spain. All right. Borgia. In Spain, I think it was Borga was the name, and they changed the name to Borgia, when they were in Italy. But 1 or 2 popes have been Spanish. Ask me how many times Rome was sacked. How many times was Rome sacked? Saqueado Roma. I think Rome was sacked about 10 times in history or more. The last time Rome was sacked was by Charles I of Spain. He sacked Rome in 1529 or 1530. Yeah. Ask me how many times Budapest has been sacked. How many times has Budapest been sacked? I think about 20 times. Poor Budapest, it's been sacked a lot of times. Ask me how many times Spain has been a republic. How many times has Spain been a republic? I think only twice. Spain was a republic between Isabel II and her son, Alphonse XII, I believe, for 1 year or for less than 1 year. And of course, Spain was a republic in the first half of the 1930s, from 1931 to 1936. Spain was a republic. Well, to 1939, it depends on, yeah. So it was a republic in the 1930s. Ask me how many times Maria has hit me on the nose. How many times has Maria hit you on the nose? Only once, yeah, only once, okay. Ask me how many times I have said goodbye. How many times have you said goodbye? Puh, la tira. And I'm saying goodbye now, but I'll be back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 3 of class number 169. And I am joined today with my friend Juan. Juan, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. How are you?
Juan is good. Juan is hanging in there. I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there too. I'm surviving, right? Juan, today we're going to do a very good classic exercise, which is simple past versus present perfect, practicing with some irregular verbs. Essential stuff, not so difficult, but the idea is just to drill, drill, drill until the conjugations come quickly and naturally. It's nice to say, oh, I know that, or I knew that, but it's funny, one of my students the other day said, I knew that in the past. I knew it. Now I don't, but I knew it. And I thought, oh, it's kind of typical. I used to know it. But do you know it now is the question, and can you use it quickly every time? That's the challenge, right? Yeah. But before we do this, it's time for our
5 words.
Yeah, of vocabulary. All right, let's take a look at our 5 words. The first word today is cliente.
Customer.
Customer, right. Now, we have cliente can be customer, but it can also be
Client.
Client. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is when you're selling massively, like let's say you're a commercial bank and you have many customers, you have customers. But if you're a lawyer, you don't have so many customers, so those are clients instead of customers. It depends on the business many times.
Well, it depends on the type of business, you're right. And we say typically with a lawyer, sure, a lawyer would have clients because typically we say clients buy a service.
Yes, exactly.
And customers buy a product. So typically if something is tangible, if it's a product tangible, then we have a customer buying it. And if it's a service, advice, or financial services, then we have clients. The problem is sometimes, is it a product or service? Sometimes that's a little bit unclear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So client, let's say, can be customer, which we see today. Or sorry, cliente can be customer, which we're seeing today, but also it can be client. Okay. So number 2, costoso. Costoso.
Costly.
Costly. Yes, 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 yes. Business mistakes sometimes can be very
Costly.
costly. Absolutely. Masa. Now I'm talking about. I'm not talking about La Masa, the big green guy. How do you say that?
Hulk.
The Hulk. Now we're not talking about the Hulk today, but rather, in order to make pizza, you need
Dough.
dough. Dough. D-O-U-G-H. All those letters, forget it. Dough, right? Sometimes when we're pronouncing, it's interesting because we have to learn, we have to sort of unlearn, rather than learning new things, we have to unlearn and release the ideas that have been trained into your brain when you go to school, especially in Spanish, and learning, se pronuncia así. But in English, we have some freedom with pronunciation, right? Yeah. D-O-U-G-H, dough. Dough, that's it, right? So we don't try to pronounce all those letters, right? Dough. Yes, da. If you think about it too much, you get confused. Sometimes that's the key. Just don't think about it so much, right? All right. Number 4 is perjudicial.
Detrimental.
Detrimental. Is smoking detrimental to your health?
Yeah, smoking is definitely detrimental to your health.
So don't smoke, ladies and gentlemen. Don't smoke. Bad for your health. Okay. Encantado. Encantado.
Delighted.
Delighted. Are you delighted to be here?
I'm delighted to be here.
Good.
Absolutely.
Me too. Are you delighted to be practicing some irregular verbs now?
Yes, I'm delighted to practice some irregular verbs.
All right, let's do it. But now we're going to practice actually in the interrogative. All right? So ask me how many formal business plans I drew up last week. And we saw this phrasal verb together a few days ago.
Yes.
Ask me how many formal business plans I drew up last week.
How many formal business plans did you draw up last week?
I didn't draw up any last week. Ask me how many I've drawn up so far this week.
How many business plans have you drawn up so far this week?
Good, good. I haven't drawn up any formal business plans so far this week. Ask me how many times I drove a tractor last year? Ask me. Hey, Kyle, how many times did you drive a tractor last year? Right? I didn't drive a tractor last year. Ask, and so far this year?
How many times have you driven a tractor so far this year?
I haven't driven a tractor. Have you driven a tractor so far this year?
No, I haven't driven a tractor so far this year.
Okay. Ask me how many colds I caught last year.
How many colds did you catch last year?
Sorry, what do you want to know?
I want to know how many colds you catch last year.
I want to know how many colds
You caught last year.
Okay. I did, well, no, sorry. I don't want to lie to you here. I caught 2 colds last year. Ask me how many colds I've caught so far this year.
How many colds have you caught so far this year?
I have caught 1 cold so far this year, right after Christmas, early January. Bad time to be ill, yeah. How many UFOs, I'll ask you a question here. How many UFOs did you see last year?
I didn't see any UFOs last year.
Yeah. What does UFO stand for?
UFO, I know it's OVNI in Spanish, but I don't know what the U, the F, and the O stands for in English.
Yeah, I don't know what it stands for. So the U, the F, the O, none. No idea. Okay, no. But it's interesting, we say, what does it stand for? ¿Qué significa? We don't say, what does it mean? When we talk about acronyms, like the letters that mean something, we say, what does it stand for? Hey, Kyle, what does UFO, ask me what UFO stands for.
What does UFO stand for?
UFO stands for unidentified flying object. Unidentified flying object, yeah. Another thing that I will mention about these acronyms is we usually say, in English, when we have an acronym, we usually pronounce them according to the individual letter. This isn't a rule, but we usually say UFO, whereas in Spanish you'd say UFO. You say, my cousin went, he's very smart, he went to UCLA. And we say, he went to UCLA, right? So we usually pronounce according to the individual letter, whereas in Spanish you very often make it into a word, right? La CIA. Ask me what that stands for. Ask me what CIA stands for.
What does CIA stand for?
CIA stands for Central Intelligence Agency. Ask me how many tennis matches I played last week.
How many tennis matches did you play last week?
I didn't play any tennis matches last week. Ask me how many I've played so far this week.
How many tennis matches have you played so far this week?
I've played 1 match. Ask me if I won or lost.
Did you win or did you lose?
I lost. Yes, I lost. I'm terrible at tennis. Are you good at tennis?
No, I'm not really good at tennis either.
We're out of time, Juan, but thank you. You've been great today. And good job to you at home. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, another class. Now we have 26 classes left, I believe. Yes, we have 26 classes left. I think I was right before when I said 27. We have 26 classes left, which is not too long. We're slowly getting closer to the end, which means that you need to start getting ready to plan your own strategy for success with English. Of course, if you are an official student, then you can watch these programs again over the internet with your secret code or your password. I recommend that you do everything you can. People who reach a good level in a second language is because they spend a lot of time with it. So the internet offers so many possibilities for reading and for listening that you have no excuse. You have everything at your fingertips to improve. I'll see you tomorrow.